I've been a member for 10 years at Spare Time. 10 years.
I've been a member of Spare Time since 1993. It's a long time. When we joined, I mean, we loved the pool, and my kids just were water babies, and we got in all the times we could, and we took advantage of some of the babysitting, and then got to work out a bit on our own, both my wife and I, and it was a place that kids like to go to, and certainly we did too.
I joined so that my children could be on the swim team, and so that also I could swim, and that's how I met John. First day I brought my kids in, looked down, and some guys said, "Hey, you look like a swimmer, you want to join us?"
The kids were swimming on the swim team, so I started swimming instead of watching them. And then decided since I'm swimming, maybe I'll try biking a bit, maybe I'll try running a bit. It's just sort of evolved over time.
Triathlons was something I never wanted to do. I was just going to stick to running and swimming, didn't like the event, and then one day John says, "Hey, you ever thought about doing triathlons?" And then he took me out riding, that was it. My brother rode bikes, so I knew that it was something I probably would want to do. But I didn't think I wanted to put the time in to do those events, but just kind of hooked up with John, and next thing you know, I was working out several hours a day.
How did it morph into Ironman?
Everybody wants to do an Ironman. You got to do it one day. And I always said to John, "I'm never going to do that." He goes, "Never say never." The club helps me to train for the triathlons, just knowing that there are going to be other people there that are into the same thing that I'm into. Into fitness, training hard. We do train as a group at the club, and it starts at about 3:30. The text messages start to fly. Who wants to meet at the pool at 4:30? Can't make it at 4:30. I can make it at 5. All right, let's make it 5.
I think the club provides a place, as Stuart mentioned, that you can kind of meet and collect, because when you go after these endurance sports, I mean, the camaraderie helps you get over some of the burnout or tiredness or lack of motivation that comes with the time commitment Stuart's talking about. And so there's a degree of competition that's friendly and sort of inspiring. The pool is where that usually shows up quite frequently, more often than not. The spin cycle room is used every so often, I would say. It's interesting because you can find a lot to do. It's not like you don't have a lot of options at your disposal. The one interesting thing I will say though about the club is that when we in Elk Grove almost lost our high school aquatic sports, the club stepped in and allowed us to do some fundraising and really allowed the community to come together to send a message to the local school district that high school aquatic sports were important. And I thought that was a great gesture and use of the facility, and more evidence that it's kind of become sort of the fabric of your being if you want to be healthy. The important aspect of the club and the environment and the motivation is that you have to set out to go accomplish something. I bump into people all the time at the club say, "How do you find the time?" I could never do that, and what they don't realize is you certainly can.